How to record and submit a group presentation using Google Meeting. So I'm in a group, I'm in group 1, and here's my group presentation video assignment. And we have collectively made this, this Google Slides presentation, which I recommend instead of PowerPoint. If it was a PowerPoint, you can upload a PowerPoint by going into Google Drive and making sure that this gear is in settings, that you have this checked to convert it. And then if I were to upload a PowerPoint file, it would convert it into a Google slide, and that's what I did with this one. I'm going to and make a Google meeting and invite my group members in it. Now, when I go into the groups, and I could either click on group 1 and click on group homepage, or as a shortcut, I could click on this arrow, which brings to the same place. I noticed that there is a link here to a Google group meeting that my instructor made for me so that I could have breakout rooms during a class, but I am not going to use this one during my presentation. And the reason is because if the instructor made this one, and if I have recordings of a Google meeting, the instructor is the one that gets the raw recording, and I want to be able to rename it instead of a bunch of random letters. I want to name it group 1, and I want to submit it when I'm ready. I might take a couple of takes to get it. So don't use this one. Not only that, I see a problem in that I and the student 2 have chosen to reveal our email addresses, but I don't know the email address for this student. I have to get it. And so I'm going to go down to the send email within a group, and I'm going to choose group 3, this one student, and I'm going to send them, what is your email address? And I'm just going to say end of message because I actually don't have to type anything. The act of sending an email to this student, when they reply back, the act of replying without typing anything, just replying, will allow me, if I go into my email, I'll get an email back. And if I click the little down arrow here, oh, that's the email I sent. Sorry, I'm just gotta wait for it. Here's the reply. If I click the little down arrow here, I can see what their email address is. And it's ADC Test Student 3. As soon as they email me back, it's no longer blind complimentary copy like all emails are when they're sent from Blackboard. As soon as I email somebody through Blackboard, they at least know what my email address, and I know theirs. So now that I have it, I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to start a Google meeting. I'm going to hit the apps button, starting a new tab, hit apps, and go into meeting. And I don't need to name it if I don't want to. It doesn't even help. So just hit continue. And then I'm going to turn the microphone off. Normally I would leave this on. I'm turning it off while I'm making this video because I'm using my audio for the recording of this tutorial. I can't use it also in here. So I'm going to turn it off. But in real life, you would turn this on and then join. And then here's where I can add people. So I'm going to add this one that I just copied, and then I'm going to go back to the group and also add the other group member that I do have their email addresses. There, I've invited them, and now the other group members will see a link that is happening now, and they'll be able to join. I'm also going to turn that off for the same reason. So now my other group members have all joined. There's 3 of us, all 3 of us are in the meeting. And then I'm going to start the recording. I'm going to click on this triple dot down here, and I'm going to record the meeting. I'm going to accept. And while that's starting, I'm going to go down to the bottom right and hit present now. And I'm going to share a Chrome tab. And the Chrome tab I'm going to share is the one that's open already. I would have had to open it previously. And then going to click on that and then share. And then now, each of my group members will also see this. So from the viewpoint of group member number 3, this is what they see. And actually, I'm going to get even better. I'm going to present it. So now it's in presentation mode. So group number 3, person number 3 will see it in this way. So, but I'm seeing it as the whole screen, and I'm the one that's recording. So I'm going to be, as group number one, I'm our person number one in my group. I'm doing the first slide. And then when I click on the next slide, the second person in the group will be speaking to this slide. And then because their voice is still heard. And then now the third person is going to be speaking. And then now I'm going to be closing up with this slide. And then I'm done. And I'm going to stop. And back in the meeting, I'm going to stop the recording by clicking the triple dot and stop recording. Now I just have to wait. It's going to take a few minutes, but then if I go back to my inbox, I'm eventually going to get a meet recording. Here's ones that I've done in the past. I'm going to get a notification of another one in a minute. And where I'll find it is if I click on the plus, adding a new tab, and go to Google Drive, there'll be a folder that's automatically generated called Meet Recordings. If I go in there, I can see one that I renamed in the past. I've deleted the other ones, and I'm just waiting here for the new one to come. Okay, it finally came. I was also notified of it. And it starts as a red square until it's rendered as video. It'll eventually turn into video, but I'm going to rename this. I'm rename and group one presentation. Not to be confused with the other one that was here already, a video assignment I did for another class. And then I'm going to right click on it and share it with my instructor. There it is. I can choose to notify my instructor by email. I'm not going to do that in this case, but your instructor may want that. It'll be up to them. And then hit share. And then I'm going to go back into it, share, and I'm going to copy the link to it. Done. Now I'm going to go back to my class and into assignments and into the group presentation. And I can either do it the quick and dirty way. I can just paste it, and you can't right click here. This doesn't work. It'll give this blah, blah, blah. So either Control V or Command V on a Mac. Or if you want to do it the slow and proper way, click on Write Submission and paste it in there. And then you can select on it and click on this little link button. If you have it expanded, it's right here. And that will have the ability to add a hyperlink. And so I'm going to paste it in here, and you can right click here. And then I'm going to choose the target to open up in a new window blank. That's important. And then insert. Either way will work, and then hit submit. And it says, you can submit this for the entire group? Yes, I am. And then all the group members, when they're graded, they'll all get the same grade and the same feedback. And that's how to submit a group presentation.